office, money talk is everywhere. But are you making sense or nonsense? The Bank of Jamaica brings you common sense with BOJ. Real stories, real laughs, and real lessons to help you protect, grow, and manage your money. Mattress savings.
At least my mattress. You charge me to sleep on it.
Partner plan.
Remember last year we needed our payouts early, but Miss Pam gave it to her cousin first.
Or a sketchy loan flyer.
Electrifying deals.
See why making the right financial choices is pure common sense. Brought to you by Bank of Jamaica, empowering everyday Jamaicans one episode at a time.
Grandpa, it's 2026. You can't keep hiding all your money in every single pocket forever.
Change does not happen overnight. It takes vision, commitment, and courage to reform.
So we created a number of executive agencies, which I believe, and I can say, having left this thing, was one of the most successful initiatives undertaken in the reform process.
But transformation isn't easy.
We found in several ministries, agencies, and departments, you had square pegs in round holes.
You could almost say that public sector transformation is not a JLP policy, it's not a PNP policy. It is national policy.
There was political willingness, there was bipartisan support for going through with the reforms, there was societal support, a lot of societal sacrifices. People of Jamaica made a lot of sacrifices. And businesses, the private sector, everybody was engaged in this journey.
We want to continue to reform the public sector, to allow the public sector to provide its services to the Jamaican people, provide services to the private sector. And the idea is that those services must be more accessible. Those services must be more affordable. Those services must be faster. They must be more personable and comfortable for the citizen.
Watch Building a Better Public Sector, a 4-part docuseries right here on CVM, commencing April 5 and aired every Sunday in April at 3 p.m. Brought to you by the Transformation Implementation Unit.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's a live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes. Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Hey, what's up, on?
Hi, I am Candy Pang.
What a guan?
What a guan?
That a guan, pa.
What a guan?
What a guan?
What a guan? Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
That's a guan, pa. What a guan?
Tune in to Lead Story. Weekdays at 6 p.m. Hosted by Jody Ann Quarry.
Brought to you by
Horizon, a new loan product from Access Financial Services.
Every dream conquered is another dream gained. I land and I fly again like a jet plane. Headed straight in your direction, 'cause I'm rising.
ask you if we understand it.
What was it? What was it? What was it?
So clap your hands and shout.
I gotta tell you.
You don't say I have to put the woo in
You
there.
have to put it. No, listen, man.
Every school at General Devotion.
Yes.
And no, say.
Marvia Providence in the morning. Good morning, everyone. Free paper bun. Free paper bun. Back to school. Ting-a-ling-a-ling. School bell a ring. Free paper bun. Good morning, miss.
That's
Good
right.
morning, sir. Good morning, boys and girls. Yes, get up.
Yes.
Get up.
Put that uniform.
Yeah.
Make sure your bag packed.
Brush your teeth.
Make sure your bag packed. Where's your pencil?
Where's your socks?
Hey, but speaking of that, you're
Good
so
morning.
having to deal with morning.
Yes.
Mighty God, I've done a picnic and lose pencil, you see?
That is why back in the day, parents actually used to have a cord, we call it cord, a string on the pencil, and you put it around their necks.
I say, when you could have, it's at the beginning of the school term, and you buy the pencil case with the things them in there, the pencil and the eraser and the ruler and the rubber. You know how much rubber buy? Jackson, where is the rubber?
I don't know.
You just eat, what do you do with the pencil them?
We were playing.
When I eat it?
And I lent it to Dennis and he didn't give it back.
I put 5 pencils in your bag and you come home with none.
I don't know, Daddy. I don't know.
Where's the rubber to rub out this now?
I lent it to
so
Emma.
you're gonna rub out this to do the work. You need to do the language arts.
You can buy back one, Daddy, please.
Again, how much do I have to buy for the year?
I don't
You're going
know.
go
How
school.
many days are
you're
in the
going
year?
go school and write with your finger. I'm gonna tell you one day I'm going to make a go. Look here, Noah 1.
You said the Noah 1. They have to say, I love you, Daddy.
Noah
1 for 800 here and I over 8 people here. You show me a 1. Oh my God.
You show me a 1, your boy.
Parents, I know it's rough. Listen, it's a lot, right?
Oh my God.
But
we got the parents, because now you're gone into term 3.
Yes.
We got the parents who are wondering, hold on, I did just pay school fee last week. It's a new school fee.
That part.
It's a new school fee here.
That part.
It's term 3. Summer term now. So the Easter term is finished. The summer term we're gone into.
Wow.
And guess what? The supplies that you bought are finished. Big up the boy who was skate off them shoes on the corridor. I skate off the... I remember one time I have a shoes where I never like. I ever tell you that story there?
No.
I have one shoes where I never like. So I try wear down the shoes so I can get a new shoes in the summer. And I remember, as boy picnic, skate.
Yeah.
Yeah, skate. Yeah, run, skate on the corridor.
Yes.
I think it was grade 8 block, on grade 8 block at St. Catherine High School. I say, when I look at me say, the bottom of my shoes, like right here so?
Yes.
Like right here so, rub down. And I say, yeah man, all whole water start going
you can
like...
petition
for
a new pair of shoes now.
What? I say, just one day in the summer, the shoes disappear. So I say, oh, mommy dash her the shoes. You see...
She go bottom it.
You see, the end of month August, I see the shoes reappear with
Ta-da!
a new... Ta-da!
Ta-da!
With a new bottom.
Shoemaker. You see that? Big up every shoey. We used to call them shoey.
Shoey, yeah.
Shoey, yeah. I have a shoey.
Mr. Shoey, you really do me that shoey?
Yeah.
Hey.
Miss Joyce said, not in my cabinet.
Grade 9, no new shoes. My heart hurt me.
Yeah. Mommies, we know.
I never skate again.
So before we were skating on the toll, and we're not skating on the toll.
No, we used to skate on the corridor.
Dennis was skating on the corridor.
We used to skate on the corridor.
I think that
Leo,
moment...
you never used to skate you never used to skate?
No, Leo...
DJ?
Leo,
oh, God, you never used to skate. I mean, man.
Leo is a law-abiding citizen. And that moment of laughter was brought to you by International Moment of Laughter Day. That's right. A laughter a day keeps the doctor away. So the International Moment of Laughter Day, it's a reminder that even a quick laugh can instantaneously lift the mood and ease the tension of the room. Whether it's a chuckle, a giggle, or a full-on bust belly, ha ha ha, laughter, taking a moment of laughter is both fun and surprisingly good for you, and it's great for your well-being, as it is said to be one of nature's best medicines. And I agree.
Yes.
Then you ever laugh till you cry yet?
All the way.
Listen to what me I tell you.
All the way, pan the show.
Me laugh till all my wheeze.
Hold on, no, you know when I best
Leave
laugh?
us laugh. Listen,
you know
you
when
laugh
I
till
best laugh? The black people laugh. The black, you know the laugh where them say, because kind of ask, why black people laugh so? But then laugh in one group till they have to run away.
No, listen, scatter.
They have to scatter.
Listen, sometimes I'm laughing until Ron used to hurt me. I remember one day my husband made me laugh so much till Ron used to say, baby, I can't. More say, baby, stop! I can't laugh them.
Stop giving joke.
Yeah, like, right yourself,
Yeah.
it's hurting. Like,
Yeah.
but tell me some of the laughs, like what Jamaicans are known for. Hey!
Hey.
Hey.
You know, sad trouble, lad.
Boy! Ma!
Yeah.
Hey! Are the people who laugh like this and hit you? I'm like, guys, can you not hit me, please?
They laugh.
Yeah, and I'm like,
dog. You haven't laughed without no sound.
The laugh that we have spread out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Jermaine's laugh. Ha-ha-ya. Ha-ha-ya. I'm like, Jermaine, what are you doing? Ha-ha-ya.
So Jeremy laugh?
Yeah. Ha-ha-ya. You have some people who laugh to
Yeah?
Yeah. And you have people say murder. Mama. Yeah, it's a variety of laugh. But one thing
them say you have a rich man laugh too, you know. Them say, oh yeah, rich, you get the rich man laugh.
Yeah. Stop betting. Trevor. You ever see, no. You ever see my dying trial? And they have the sush girl them now, the ladies who, you know, they want to be very demure and ladylike and
Tana Thomas went to Hampton, and she said Hampton have a laugh.
Oh, yeah?
There's a Hamptonian laugh. Any Hamptonians in the comments, send us what the Hamptonians laugh.
What's that?
So they teach them, like, that is so funny. I have to laugh.
You know
I wait for the laugh. I know the laugh. Because you're ladies, you know, the big dirty laugh. No, that is so funny. I have to laugh.
But I cry for them.
Martin Turner.
I would cry for them. I'm told you, I'd cry for it.
As Satana and I'm done for them laugh. That is so funny. I have to laugh.
All right. That's sad, man. I don't care. Blow away that. Mash down that lie. Listen. You know what can hurt me?
Yeah.
When you're a friend there somewhere and you catch a joke and you
can't laugh.
Like.
Yes, look. No, yes. Look.
All right. You see me and my husband?
Yeah.
We're a mess when it comes to laughing. Because we would see it, I would know it. Yo, and then me I feel look away. I say, babe, I'm not.
I'm me and Susan, but guess what? Like, no fight time you're in a function and me I cheer the function and she in a function and then something happen or we see something.
Yeah.
Me are busy and then you look across. Because you know she's looking.
No, I don't know or the laugh here, guys. The laugh here when your lips start tremble. Or the laugh where you have to laugh in yourself. See ya?
Remember by the time when Jermaine come in the fashion with the act.
Cry living eye water. I gotta tell you. But by the way, guys, I have a question. I'm going to go to the break now, but I have a question. When somebody says, which part of the chicken you eat, and you say, me eat the hip, where is the hip? What's
said
the hip?
that?
People say that.
The
I
hip?
asked somebody recently which part of the chicken they eat, and they said the hip. Where is the hip? And we're going to find out after the time signal, because I need to know, where's the hip? And if so, do you eat the hip? Is it hippie? Hello? We're going to come back right here on Sunrise.
The hip?
Illness has many faces. 1 in 4 people will be affected. Protect what matters with critical illness insurance. The time by Sagicor Life is
6:15.
This is Flow, Jamaica's fastest mobile network, as verified by Ookla. It's the result of a complete network rebuild, with more power backup to reduce outages and satellite backup for greater mobile stability. You can even make regular calls using Wi-Fi. Welcome to our new era of connectivity, and we're not stopping there. This is Flow, Jamaica's network. The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVMTV.
So much more than entertainment.
Tune in to Lead Story. Weekdays at 6 p.m. Hosted by Jody Ann Quarry.
Brought to you by Horizon, a new loan product from Access Financial Services.
Hey, what I want?
Hi, I am Candy Pang at
What a guan?
What a guan?
That a guan pa.
What a guan? What a guan?
What a Guan! Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVMTV.
That's a guan pa. What a guan?
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes. Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
Me and the style is no scam and our style me.
From the market to the farm to the office, money talk is everywhere. But are you making sense or nonsense? The Bank of Jamaica brings you common sense with BOJ. Real stories, real laughs, and real lessons to help you protect, grow, and manage your money. Mattress savings.
At least my mattress. No charge me for sleep on it.
Partner plan.
Remember last year we needed our payouts early? But Miss Pam gave it to her cousin first.
Or a sketchy loan flyer.
Electrifying deals.
See why making the right financial choices is pure common sense. Brought to you by Bank of Jamaica, empowering everyday Jamaicans one episode at a time.
Grandpa, it's 2026. You can't keep hiding all your money in every single pocket forever.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVMTV.
So much more than entertainment.
6:21 on this Tuesday morning. Good morning. It's Tuesday, April 14.
Can you believe? Oh, wow.
Yes.
Happy birthday to everybody celebrating their birthday today and their anniversary.
Oh, as you said that, I need my phone to call the name. There is someone who's celebrating her birthday today.
Okay.
Yesterday was her husband's birthday.
That's cute.
And the day before was their anniversary.
No, that's too much. No, man, you have to space it out. You need an event every quarter.
I'm going to drop a picture. I'm going to drop a picture
I don't
news.
like that.
No,
It's like when you're born Christmas Day. Oh, no, not even two. One present,
you get
or two.
One present?
No, it's two.
Yeah.
It's two different events, actually.
Yeah.
You have to keep it event specific.
It is the birthday. I'm going to put up the picture. So the anniversary was April 12, birthday April 13, and Nicole Lord Phillips is celebrating her birthday today.
Hi, Nicole.
Lord Phillips. She's the wife of Christopher Phillips, Assistant Commissioner of Police.
Nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So the Phillips.
So it's a festive April.
It's a festive April.
Oh, nice. Aw. So anniversary, birthday. And you know what I find cute too? There are couples who they actually celebrate their birthday the same day.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah. I like that.
My father born April 9, Jackson born April 13, Mommy born April 20.
It depends. Wow.
Yeah,
How much I come now? So from January I get a break. I remember New Year, Valentine's, then AA, then me, then
November me, December Christmas, January Susan, then Valentine.
It's a good thing you're rich. It's fine. No problem. It's great. Fab. That's why you have to work hard.
Yes. Wait in town and tell the people.
Love it. TK is coming your way.
Wait.
Good morning. What up?
One thing about them just look out April and everything done. They celebrate Christmas, December. That couple, and then it's an anniversary April, not more not not more not for the entire year.
And speaking about Assistant Commissioner, let me say good morning to the officers from the Halfway Tree Police Station.
My work.
Yes, Mr. Dunwell, I think his name is.
Dunwell.
Yes, I didn't see any stripe. I don't know his rank.
Yeah.
But good morning to the Halfway Tree team. Good morning to Mr. Dwayne Jonas, and good morning to just the entire JCF family.
Morning to Mark Harris, superintendent.
Tree.
He's the superintendent
For there?
in charge of the division where his office is at Halfway Tree. Mark.
Oh, nice.
Harris.
Is I going to know that it's a JCF morning? Because the first headline we were going into is JCF.
Police are playing a cash pack today. Police hour 13.
It's like
buy it.
You guys got the
exam.
See that? You got the exam paper before the exam. So JCF.
No, gotta show your sign.
To implement stricter restrictions on firearms at entertainment venues.
That's right.
So the Jamaica Constabulary Force is set to roll out stricter measures governing the presence of firearms at entertainment events across the island. This follows a recent shooting incident at the Ranny Williams Entertainment Centre during the Big Wall post-carnival party, where popular podcaster Jeffrey Richards was shot, with 2 other parties also being injured. Richards has since been released from hospital and is in custody, along with producer Javi and another unknown individual. This raised fresh concerns about public safety at large gatherings, and according to the JCF, the new measures will focus on tighter enforcement of existing laws as they aim to reduce the risk of violence and ensure that patrons can enjoy events in a safe and controlled environment. Now, the JCF have indicated that further details on the enhanced enforcement strategy will soon be outlined, and once in place, urged event promoters and patrons to cooperate with the new protocols as authorities move to prevent a repeat of said incident.
Yeah, I mean, persons who attend, if persons who don't carry weapons, when you're entering into a party, you probably wouldn't notice the protocols and the things that take place, because it is fairly discreet.
Yes.
People are siphoned off and so forth and so on. And generally speaking, people, it works out best if you leave it at home. But of course, there are people who can't leave it at home, and so because of that, people used to want to leave it at a police station, but then that gives
that's
the police,
also problematic.
Yeah, it's problematic, and it now becomes one big work for the police. Yeah. No, we have a new job. I used to feel sorry for the folks across from the
stadium.
Yes. Oh God, everybody,
Yes.
like whose job is that now
Yeah.
on that night to do that? That's their duty.
Yeah.
No, you don't want that.
Yeah.
And so, in terms of protocols, I think what we need to do is ensure that it's not left up to the efficacy of the systems of a particular promoter.
Yes.
Because if you go to certain events, you'll realize that some people putting on events are
stringent
good.
rules. Yes.
They're good at it, and some are very lax.
Yeah.
You know, and so what you need is
a standardized protocol
system that is strictly enforced across the board.
Yeah.
So I think that is the logical direction.
So when are we going to be hearing this? Because Dennis, this particular situation has raised a lot of concerns, a lot of issues. It's a very unfortunate incident and event, and it could have gone. It's so much worse, right? Yeah. And we're just happy that it never got to the extreme. But we need to get a hold of ourselves. And I just want to use this opportunity to say to patrons, outside of whatever standardized protocol that the Jamaica Constabulary Force is going to be implementing, as human beings, as Jamaicans, TK, as people, we have to regulate ourselves, regulate our ego, regulate the entourage. Because you know what? Sometimes the entourage is the problem. And some of those very entourage members is going to cause you to be the one. To them, it's going to carry a casket. Okay? So listen to what I'm saying. Regulate yourself. Sometimes you have to have your right and walk away. It doesn't make sense to be dead right. You catch it? Sometimes just relax, back down. And sometimes you have to choose your battles wisely because TK, sometimes it just doesn't make sense. It's just not worth it. All right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. But I'll have more for you in the news coming up at 7 a.m.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you, TK. What are we? Mr. McCarnival picture TK.
Hey.
I'm telling you. Love it. Yeah. God bless Dennis.
I carried swing yesterday.
I'm swinging with it.
I'm telling you.
I carried swing yesterday.
I'm telling you.
My Instagram was festive.
I had because of that picture, I had a salad yesterday.
Hey.
Let me tell you. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I got to tell you. Ta-da! Yeah. All right, guys. We're going to be here ended the reading of this morning's headlines. And TK is going to be back with news. There's so much more on Sunrise this morning. You don't want to miss it. So please get comfy and go and get ready because we soon come back. And we're here with you until 8 o'clock.
Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
We are proud to supply all of Jamaica with the highest standard of gas products to keep you safe and well taken care of. Choose well. Choose IGL.
The time by IGL is
6:30.
I'm me the stylist, no scammer, no style me.
From the market to the farm to the office, money talk is everywhere. But are you making sense or nonsense? The Bank of Jamaica brings you common sense with BOJ. Real stories, real laughs, and real lessons to help you protect, grow, and manage your money. Mattress savings.
At least my mattress, no charge me to sleep on it.
Partner plan.
Remember last year we needed our payouts early? But Miss Pam gave it to her cousin first.
Or a sketchy loan flyer.
Electrifying deals.
See why making the right financial choices is pure common sense. Brought to you by Bank of Jamaica, empowering everyday Jamaicans one episode at a time.
Grandpa, it's 2026. You can't keep hiding all your money in every single pocket forever.
internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winford Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Change does not happen overnight. It takes vision, commitment, and courage to reform.
So we created a number of executive agencies, which I believe, and I can say, having left this thing, was one of the most successful initiatives undertaken in the reform process.
But transformation isn't easy.
We found in several ministries, agencies, and departments, you had square pegs in round holes.
You could almost say that public sector transformation is not a JLP policy, it's not a PNP policy. It is national policy.
There was political willingness, there was bipartisan support for going through with the reforms, there was societal support, a lot of societal sacrifices. People of Jamaica made a lot of sacrifices. And businesses, the private sector, everybody was engaged in this journey.
We want to continue to reform the public sector, to allow the public sector to provide its services to the Jamaican people, provide services to the private sector. And the idea is that those services must be more accessible. Those services must be more affordable. Those services must be faster. They must be more personable and comfortable for the citizen.
Watch Building a Better Public Sector, a 4-part docuseries right here on CVM, commencing April 5 and aired every Sunday in April at 3 p.m. Brought to you by the Transformation Implementation Unit.
Hey, what I want? Hi, I am Candy Pang.
What a guan? What a guan?
That a guan, pa.
What a guan? What a guan?
What a guan! Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
And that's a guan, pa. What a guan?
Tune in to Lead Story. Weekdays at 6 p.m. Hosted by Jody-Ann Quarry.
Brought to you by Horizon, a new loan product from Access Financial Services.
Good morning and welcome back to Sunrise Region 6. Good morning to you. I got to tell you, names are long, short, and in between. Good morning to all the people with the unique names out there, Some names you hear and you're like, huh? What? Who came up with that? Who gave you that name? But it's so funny. As children, you try to disassociate and like, oh my God, but when you're an adult, you lean in to the uniqueness, of the name.
In many instances, you see people with names that their experience is that someone at the record office
made a mistake.
They made a mistake.
No, but
or someone going to record office and ask somebody with more education.
Yes.
She named Shauna.
Yeah.
And
you have Shauner.
And
Shauner. And when I see those names, I know. I know exactly what happened.
You see it and you know what happened.
You name Heather and you see Edda, E-D-D-A. You know what I mean? I just know.
And so this person leans into it and then as an adult, it's not Heather, it's Edda.
Okay? And it's not Shauna, it's Shauner. Okay? Yeah, and I said,
so, big up to the people who have owned the mistake. The mistake.
I got to tell you.
It's divine providence.
I got to tell you. Now, guess what? We have the honor of introducing two remarkable women who are making a significant impact in the autism community. First, we have Professor Emeritus Maureen Sams-Vaughan, a leading developmental and behavioral pediatrician whose research and advocacy have advanced child well-being, especially for children with disabilities. And joining her is Nora Lee Ramsey, a doctor of physical therapy and a proud proud mom of a child with autism. Welcome to Sunrise, ladies.
Hi.
And thank
Good
you for
to be
being
here.
here for Autism Month, a very important month it is. And we want to send a shout out to all the parents who have children with autism, who are on the spectrum at different levels. Good morning to you. And thank you for being an advocate. And thank you for giving a voice to autism. Professor, let me start with you. So your body of work has embodied, has taken into consideration autism, a word that we didn't used to hear about it, and now it's everywhere, commonplace. Why is that, and how has it developed? And your research, how has it helped to, help moms and children and families with children with autism?
Well, autism has become far more common in the public because over time, we have learned more about it. Years ago, we only understood the most severe children. But as time has gone on and research has progressed, we now understand the children who have more minor features.
Yes.
And because of that, we're making this diagnosis a lot more often than we used to. And now, everybody knows someone who has a child with autism.
Or neurodivergence, is that the same thing?
Well, neurodivergence is a little broader than autism.
So what is autism though, Prof? So if somebody listening now or looking at their child wondering, I wonder if I'm autistic, I wonder if she's autistic, what is it?
So autism is what we call a developmental disability, which means, even if it's diagnosed much later on in life, that there were features of it sometime in the developmental period, which is in the first 6 years of life. And that's when it's most often diagnosed. But now, as I said, with minor behaviors now, we are diagnosing it later on in life now.
When you look at, all the work that you've done over the years in terms of studying child development, clearly we know more about it. The attempts at improving sensitization have improved, but has support for persons with autism and support for parents improved commensurately?
It has improved. Been around a little while, so I can say that. So I can say that it has definitely improved. There is definitely more support coming out of places like the Ministry of Education and institutions like the Jamaica Council for Persons with Disabilities that have been built stronger and stronger with time. So there are more supports, but it's still not enough because we're talking about a condition that affects 1 in every 31 children. 1 in 31. When I started working in this field, it was 1 in 5,000. In the last 20 years, we have had the prevalence of autism increase by over 300%.
But may I ask, Prof, what has caused that? Because this is the thing. A lot of people are saying back then, or in yesteryear, we didn't used to hear about it so much. So it was 1 in 5,000, now it's 1 in 31. Is based on your research and your work, is there a linkage? What is the cause of this expansion?
Well, that's $1 million question because with all the research we've done, we know a few things more than we did before. And we know that there are 2 main associations, not so much a cause. We know about genetics, that if there is a family history, then you are more likely to have a child with autism. And we also know there are some things in the environment. So older parents, over 35, mother or father, when you are at the point of conception, it puts you in a greater risk category. It doesn't mean every older parent is going to have. I was born when my mother was 40, so it doesn't mean that, but it means you're in a greater risk. And children who are low birth weight, children who are premature, so there are some risk factors that we know. But the key as to the exact cause, we are still doing a lot of research on that.
Because one might, and I've heard it said, that it's almost as if some people are looking for it now. So you're almost pre-diagnosing that, oh, my child is special, or my child. And it's unfortunate that people think about it that way. But there's the argument that we over-diagnosing it, or
was it that we're underdiagnosing back then?
Well, that's,
or is it that we are, because there are those who say, oh, it's the vaccines, oh, it's the food,
Yes.
right? And so there are all sorts of theories that say, oh, this is why we're seeing more children with autism now,
Yes.
where it could just be that we're getting better at detecting
Talk
it.
to that, Doc, please.
That's
Yes.
absolutely what the research is showing at this point in time. We're not giving up looking for triggers that might be out there. We're not giving that up because research is continuous. Things change as we know more. But right now, what the research is showing is that we have gotten better at identifying it and identifying children who are milder.
So the research doesn't show that it's the vaccines are causing.
Oh, absolutely not.
Thank you.
Absolutely
Because I'm
not.
like, we've been vaccinated from time immemorial, so me no know. But they must say that's some new thing.
No, absolutely not. In fact, the research overall shows that there is no association.
Very well.
Dr. Ramsey, from your position of experience, take us back to when you may have been saying there's something going on, there's something different, and need to pay a little bit more attention to it. Now, before seeking diagnosis, and then what led you to seek a diagnosis?
My son is now 14. When he was 18 months, and I'm going to be controversial, not controversial, he had his MMR vaccine at the time, but he also is epileptic. So I think that might have been a trigger. I'm not saying it's a cause. And he had gone from starting to have words or starting to speak, and then he stopped talking. And when he stopped talking, thankfully I'm a physical therapist, I went to my pediatrician and I went, he's stopped talking. And at the time she had said, no, you know, boys, they tend to talk a little later or wait. And I'm like, but he had words. So I knew a speech therapist and I carried him to the speech therapist because I'm like, it can't hurt. If we're going to get back speech, then we need to at least get early intervention for return of speech. And she was the one who said to me, you should get him tested. So I went and I got him tested, and he, at the age of 2, was diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder.
I know they talk about the spectrum, so it's not what level?
Or where on the spectrum? He's nonverbal?
At the time, he was nonverbal with lots of prayers and early intervention. He now is able to communicate. He's not spontaneously communicative.
Yes.
Meaning he will ask for his needs, but he's not going to have conversation with you or initiate conversation.
How is that? Many times, and rightfully so, the children are the focus because, you know, they're vulnerable and they need us.
Right.
But I know you seem like a great mom, and normally moms are great, dads are great, so the children are well taken care of. But as a person, as a mommy, how has that affected you? In what ways?
Positively, mostly positively. I have grown in patience, but I'm not going to sit here and say that it hasn't been emotionally challenging.
Yes.
Because you start off when you have a child, the expectation is that you're going to have a neurotypical child and you're going to do all the neurotypical things. They're going to go to school and play sports and do all of these things. My son has done none of those things. And when you start out with that expectation and you have to now dial back the expectation, there's more than a little bit of grief that happens.
Yes.
And in talking to other parents, there's a lot of grief. And some parents are still in the denial stages of grief, where they're not accepting the fact that their child is different, has different needs, and needs different support. And then there are others of us who have forged forward and said, you know, this is the child that we have.
Yeah.
And so I need to give him, I need to give him the best opportunity to have a full life. And so, you know, those are the ways in which I have to balance, you know, loss and then, you know, the wonderfulness of watching my son develop over time.
You know, I've heard so many things about the developmental process, you know, both the psychosocial and cognitive development of children with autism. Sometimes, you know, you hear that when they're entering puberty, especially the boys, they become different. Some of them, they're very difficult. You know, what's that like, navigating the different, the
spectrum of the spectrum. The spectrum of the spectrum.
I cannot speak for anyone else, although because I'm a part of a support group, I have heard stories. But for me, the personality that my son has has been a blessing for us. He is going through puberty. He's at the beginnings of puberty, and there are changes. And even though he has cognitive challenges, puberty doesn't change.
Yes.
So the
Puberty
same
happens
changes
anyway.
that you have in a neurotypical child is the same challenges that you have with a child who is on the spectrum.
Testosterone
No, you have to
coursing
test.
through his veins.
Testosterone is coursing through his veins. He does have different interests. And now we need to navigate teaching him that at his level, because even though his body is 14, his brain, his processing ability is not at the age of 14. It's been an adventure.
Well, you're one for the adventure, mommy, right? But I like that you said a support group, because, Prof, what you also find is that a lot of women and families, men too, families are suffering in silence. They're by themselves. Some are ashamed. Some don't know where to go. They don't even know that there's a support group at all. So please speak to us about, the support group and what you guys have coming up, because I'm quite sure that there is somebody watching right now who would need that kind of intervention, need that kind of community, so that they can feel a part of.
Right. So I am a member of the Jamaica Autism Support Association.
Jamaica Autism Support Association.
Right.
So they exist, guys.
Yes.
So you don't have to suffer by yourself, okay?
There is an association.
Yeah. So the Jamaica
Autism Support Association, and it is a parent support group. So it really is a support group for parents who have children on the spectrum, who would like to have a space where they can talk about having the different experiences that they have with children on the spectrum. And what we try to do as part of the association is we try to include and invite our resource members like Prof. Vaughn and other occupations within the community that help to give our members, because autism is managing a child on the autism spectrum is expensive.
Yes.
Very expensive because of all of the interventions that are required.
Yes.
So we do get our resource members to come in, to educate our parents, to teach them things that they can do at home.
Yes, tips, yeah.
Right. Not only tips, but actual interventions that they can do at home so that they can either help what they're already getting, or for those who can't afford, to teach them how to manage their children at home if they can't afford interventions.
So what do you have in terms of for the month? I know you have some activities planned.
Right.
How can persons be a part of it?
Right. So our concert is coming up, and it's called Harmonies in Diversity. Sorry.
Oh, nice.
And it's at the Emancipation Park this Saturday, starting at 4 p.m. It includes persons who are on the spectrum entertaining us, as well as persons who support the autism community. And we invite everybody to come. It is free. At the end of the month, we also, because we have members who have children on the spectrum, we do include them in an event called Art for Autism, where the children are allowed to express themselves through art, but it really is for our members. And persons from the Edna Manley College will help the children and adults, young adults, to express themselves in art. We had our church service earlier in the month, and for us, autism awareness doesn't stop in April. And so we encourage persons who are interested to check out our website. We have our, which is www.autismjamaica.org. We also ask persons who have children on the spectrum who are not affiliated or don't have any kind of support to email us at jasa.jm2k9@gmail.com. If you want to become a member, email us, because of course, because it's a close-knit membership, we want persons to be able to tell us the age of their child, their name, and to tell us their story so that we include parents and it's not just everyone. And when they do email us, we have a meeting at the end of the month, the last Saturday of every month. It's a Zoom meeting because then we can get Jamaicans, all of Jamaica, to come and be enriched by all of the information that we have, and just to have a space where we can talk about autism, because we get excluded a lot from regular neurotypical activities.
Love it.
All right,
Thank you so much.
Amazing
Thank you so
work,
much for your
ladies.
work.
And I wish you guys all the best.
All
and
right.
we will also do our part to get the people and get the word out for you guys. Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you very much. Our guests have been Professor Maureen Sams-Vaughan, leading developmental and behavioral pediatrician, and Dr. Norel Lee Ramsey, doctor of physical therapy, but more importantly, she is a mom with a child with autism. She's doing great work with the Autism Support Association. Stay with us. There's more Sunrise after these messages.
You notice how life nice when you eat good? Natural feed, fresh grass, no stress. Stress? I don't know her. They say happy cows make better milk. Well, just look how happy we are. And I'm sure you can taste the difference. So move to the best milk ever. True milk.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVMTV.
So much more than entertainment.
Hi, I am Candy Pang.
What a guan?
What a guan?
That a guan pa.
What a guan? What a guan?
What a guan! Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVMTV.
That's a guan pa. What a guan?
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yeah. Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
The stylist, no scammer, no style me.
From the market to the farm to the office, money talk is everywhere. But are you making sense or nonsense? The Bank of Jamaica brings you Common Sense with BOJ. Real stories, real laughs, and real lessons to help you protect, grow, and manage your money. Mattress savings.
At least my mattress, no charge me to sleep on it.
Partner plan.
Remember last year we needed our payouts early? But Miss Pam gave it to her cousin first.
Or a sketchy loan flyer.
Electrifying deals.
See why making the right financial choices is pure common sense. Brought to you by Bank of Jamaica, empowering everyday Jamaicans one episode at a time.
Grandpa, it's 2026. You can't keep hiding all your money in every single pocket forever.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
All right. Look here. You see this look on my face? This is a look that says it smells good in here.
No. It smells so good in here.
So good in here.
Ladies and gentlemen, if
there's
you could
a fragrance that is surging through my nostrils.
Yeah, the aroma.
Oh Lord have mercy.
It's surging all the way through.
It's surging, and we're going to surge ahead. Welcome back. It is the #1 morning show on TV here in Jamaica. It is Sunrise, and don't knock it till you try it, you know. More people are exploring plant-based options, whether for health reasons, dietary needs, or simply to just try something new. They want to get, I was about to say they want to get into the carnival body for next year.
Do we have a picture? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, guys.
They're going to have that picture on standby for the rest of the year.
No, lie.
No, seriously. But guess what? One category that's seeing a lot of interest right now is almond milk, or if they want to say almond beverage.
Or almond beverage.
Almond beverage.
Yeah.
So joining us this morning to talk about this growing trend, we have and a new product that is now available locally with Surge brand. We have brand manager at Surge, Deidre Gray, and we have Chef Trevon Donegal.
That's right.
They're here. Good morning. Good morning.
Yes, renowned chef.
Good morning. Always got to have Surge in the building.
I told Trevon earlier, every time I see her, I know this place is going to smell good, things are going to taste sweet, and we're going to have a great time.
Yeah, definitely.
And with Surge in the mix, hello, I love it.
So, okay. I mean, Surge has definitely locked into the almond milk category. Tell us why.
Well, thank you for having me. Definitely because there is a consumer trend evolving into the plant-based category. So today I'm definitely excited to launch that. We have our Surge almond milks. We have it in our unsweetened and our sweetened variant.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So, you know, Surge always has a milk for everyone, and now we're just proving that to our consumers.
And definitely.
Oh, almond vanilla. I've never even heard of that.
Yeah.
So that's a kicker. Talk to me about that. I mean, normally you have almond milk, but I've never seen it flavored before.
Like this many flavors.
Yeah. Talk to us about that. Inclusion.
We provide that vanilla flavor, so consumers would gravitate to it. So it's not just about almond, but the taste. So you want that vanilla in it to spice things up.
And everybody knows Surge in Dennis, because we use Surge from where
Surge
picking
Island is an island where the milk comes from. Dairy fresh, 100%.
You see that? There's a big back TV out here.
I mean,
yeah, I gotta tell you. Yeah,
of course.
But Trevon, listen, before I get to even Trevon, in terms of the packaging, because normally you have the boxes that we're seeing now, and you have the miniature boxes. Does it come in one size, or does it come in small sizes so that parents can even pack for their babies?
Currently, we have launched this size, which is 960 ml. So this is just for the family-based kind of thing, you know?
Nice. Nice.
But is there a benefit, other than a fad, is there a benefit? Because it's beyond a fad.
Right, so because of these evolving trends, consumers are looking forward to plant-based options that are better for probably gut health and probably lactose intolerance. So we brought on this Surge almond milk for all of those reasons. And people really expect options, not that they just want options, they expect it. So we brought it on. Also, It is very versatile. So as you can see, we have a myriad of things here. You can use it in a cereals, your teas for the matcha girlies. Yes. And it can be used in baking. So it's just very versatile, and you don't even have to think too much to use this product.
All right, Siobhan, we have some stuff here. Tell us what we have and what we're going to be making
So we're going to start over on the end. And good morning. I'm so happy to be here with you guys. And Surge Products is amazing. I'm so happy there's actually a local product for or plant-based. So it is an option for, yes, your cereals, but it really is a beverage. You mentioned the almond flavor and the vanilla flavor.
Yes.
I would totally drink it. I am a pescatarian, but I like ice cream.
Yes.
However, I don't like milky stuff.
Yes, yes.
So I will still use almond milk and not actually have like dairy. So this is a really good option. So we have a couple things here for you. We have a chai latte, but it's not just a chai latte. It's a dirty chai latte. And it's dirty because it has that Blue Mountain coffee element. So it has black tea, cardamom, cinnamon, star anise, a little pimento, a little brown sugar, and it really is just warm flavors. Totally warm flavors.
Hold it, Delray, hold it.
And she mentioned baking. So yes, you can bake with it. You can actually cook with it. The only difference is it will not be as rich.
No,
so it is more suitable for, let's say, your quick breads. So we have.
What do we have here?
So we have a almond blueberry muffin, and then we have a banana granola almond loaf.
Oh, nice.
So you can actually bake with it. The crumb will be a little different, but it will still be as moist and rich.
So let me ask you, which ones did you use in the products this morning?
I used all of them.
Oh, wow. Wonderful. So what, Trevor, instead of water, you use the almond milk, or you
yes, for the liquids, I use the almond milk. So what I'm going to do is while you taste that, I will start doing our smoothie.
All right, great.
So folks, let me just say, this is amazing.
Can you tell?
I think this is one of the best things I have ever tasted while being on television.
And I'm happy bananas are coming back.
Bananas are coming back.
My response is totally genuine. Now, what if I have this and this? Can you know when you have coffee and a pastry at the same time?
So while you're enjoying and savoring, I'm going to just do the smoothie, but a smoothie is really easy to make.
Yes.
But you kind of have a few principles and tips. So try and start off with cold ingredients because we're not using ice. And we're using no other liquids. So if you start off with it cold, you maintain a nice, thick, full, creamy product. So you'd start off with your liquids first, then use your soft items. So we're actually going to use some chia seeds that we had soaking in the almond milk with a little vanilla.
I never knew that. I thought that chia seeds could only be soaked in water.
No, any liquid pretty much.
Oh, wow.
And you soak it in a liquid so that it can swell. And it's better for digestion and like nutrient absorption. Right. And we're actually using, to keep it vegan, we're going to use a little
Greek yogurt?
Almond.
Oh, almond.
Almond yogurt.
Oh, wow.
So,
almond yogurt?
Yes.
I didn't know that existed.
There is soy as well. So we're going to use that. And you can use as little or as much as you like. I kind of want it creamy and full. It's not limited to just these fruit. You can add whatever you want in there. You could have added oats if you wanted.
And by the way, guys, this is not just limited to adults. You know, you can introduce this to your children as well, you know. So get them to be a part of the whole, you know, being healthy, eating well, and being health conscious, you know, about what's going on. Let me ask you, Madam Surge, in terms of these recipes, because I know a lot of our viewers will want to make these at home, and they're going to go out to the supermarket and they're going to be buying the Surge almond milk in all variations. Where can we get information in terms of the recipe and how to use the products?
I mean, we have recipes on the boxes, so you can try out what is on there currently. And just a keynote, Surge almond milk has different calorie intake. So the sweetened has 30 calories and the unsweetened has 30 calories and the sweetened has 90 calories. So for persons who want to get a calorie deficit, they can take that into consideration for their recipe. We also post recipes on our social media pages. Click on the code for that.
And what's the Island J. It's amazing. So Trevan is doing that. I'm seeing the blueberries, the blackberries, I'm seeing the strawberries, and it just feels very healthy and sweet at the same time, and I absolutely love it. And what I love is the fact that you don't have to feel like you have to sacrifice, you know, well, color and taste and, you know, titillating and tantalizing your palate because, oh, you're trying to be healthy. You know what I mean, Dennis? Mm-hmm. Dennis cable talk right now. But guess what? As Trevan is pouring the smoothie, which looks so pretty, by the way, I will give Madame Serge the final words. Yeah, Deidre, what would you like to say to your audience in terms of why they should go out and support and get the Serge Island almond milk?
I mean, Serge is always here for the consumers, looking out for your needs and everything. So if you haven't tried our almond beverage before, just ensure that you pick up yours at the nearest supermarket, wholesale, wherever you choose. And follow us on Serge Island JA in our Instagram, TikTok, you name it, and tag us. We're always loving the content.
Very well. I'm waiting for my my smoothie. Thank you. And this is where we say thank you, Uncle Dennis.
You're welcome.
And put my straw in, and we say cheers. Cheers. Thank you, Trevan Donegal. And Trevan, where can we find you on social media?
Sarah274.
All right, thank you so very much. Ladies and gentlemen, our guests have been Deidre Gray, brand manager at Serge, and chef Trevan Donegal. The morning news is next, but first, we take a break and we sip on our Serge Island smoothie. Catch you right back after this. Thank you.
Is fast, easy, flexible, and costs less. Oh, entrepreneurs, let's go digital! The government of Jamaica and the European Union present Digital Jamaica Training Series. Learn how technology grows your business. Choose the right digital tools. Manage your staff, customers, and money digitally. Data security and privacy. Artificial intelligence. We'll be in every parish. Apply online. www.jbdc.net. Log on fast. Digital Jamaica. Powering connectivity for MSMEs.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVMTV.
So much more than entertainment.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
Watagwan. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVMTV.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVMTV.
So much more than entertainment.
Welcome to Morning News. I'm TK Dawkins. What was supposed to be his final night on vacation nearly turned deadly for one of the victims in Sunday night's shooting incident at the Carnival after party Big Wall. The victim, who was a bystander at the event and who lives in the United States, now faces the devastating possibility of permanent disability due to severe nerve damage caused by the attack. In an exclusive sit-down with CVM's Amoy Harriott, he also raised concerns about security and medical responses at entertainment events.
The moment shots rang out at Big Wall at the Ranny Williams Entertainment Center Sunday night. A moment 39-year-old Jeremy Watson will never forget.
I ran and then I, felt the shot. Then when everything cleared up, I got up, I was bleeding, and I'm looking at my arm. My bicep is blown out.
The incident happened within 5 minutes of Jeremy and his friends' arrival to the party. He was one of 3 people shot and wounded in the incident. The second victim in the shooting incident is vlogger Jadir Richards, more popularly known as Jeffrey. According to the police, Jeffrey arrived at the venue and immediately went to the restroom. He was exiting the bathroom when, upon reaching the door, he was approached by a group of roughly 15 men, all alleged to be part of dancehall entertainer 450's entourage. One of the men, music producer Javel Morrison, also known as Javi Ambassador, hit Jeffrey in the face before the other men started attacking him. Jeffrey told police that one of his attackers then pulled a firearm and pointed it at him. It's understood that Jeffrey grabbed onto the firearm and disarmed the man. Then, Javi, who's a licensed firearm holder, pulled his weapon and opened gunfire in the direction of Jeffrey. Jeffrey returned gunfire while running away from the group. He ran to a police officer to seek assistance and handed over the firearm to the police, after which he reportedly felt a burning sensation to his left lower back before realizing he had been shot. The third victim is said to be a member of 450's entourage, 39-year-old Trevor Twait, who's still in hospital in critical condition. CVM News understands that the altercation stemmed from long-standing tension between Jeffrey and Javi that had been escalating over time. Both parties had previously exchanged jabs on social media. Jeremy was a bystander.
When I got into the ambulance, they didn't have anything to patch me up, anything like that. I bled out in the ambulance. I had to use my belt to tie around my arm. My belt, yes, tie around my arm before I got to the UE, the hospital. When I got to the hospital, I lost so much blood. I blacked out a couple times.
That same ambulance, which was the only one on location, transported both Jeremy and Trevor Twait. Now, due to severe nerve damage, Jeremy may never be able to use his arm again. He's scheduled for surgery upon his return to the U.S. on Tuesday. Jeremy, in the meantime, says he's especially concerned about what he describes as the failure of the relevant authorities to ensure safety and security of patrons at public events. Notably, when being advertised, party promoters said no weapons were allowed.
For one, if you say no weapons allowed, then do your job, right? Do a proper pat down on the people that's coming in there. I feel like it's too many buddy stuff that's going on. I'm just thinking, hey, I know I'm gonna be okay, right? It's my arm, I'm gonna be okay. But it's like the future. What am I gonna do now? Like if I can't use my arm.
Meanwhile, organizers of the Big Wall Carnival event issued a statement expressing deep concern, emphasizing that the isolated act doesn't reflect the standards, spirit, or values of Big Wall. The organizers also apologized to patrons and sponsors for the incident and said they were reviewing security protocols to strengthen security for future events. As for whether Jeremy and his friends will be attending Carnival in Jamaica in the future,
No, not at all.
And in sports, Jamaica's Scorpions will go on the hunt for another 73 runs to equal Barbados Pride's first innings total of 348 all out on today's third day of their CWI Regional 4-Day Championship first round match at Chedwin Park in St. Catherine. Replying to Barbados Pride 348 all out, Jamaica closed Monday's second day's play on 275 for 6, resuming on 17 without loss. The Scorpions got useful scores from Carlos Brown, 61, John Campbell, 34, Kirk McKenzie, 31, and an unbroken seventh wicket stand of 64 between Pete Salmon, 38, and Romain Morris, 35. Jamel Warrican, with 2 for 40, is the leading wicket taker for the Pride. Elsewhere, Trinidad and Tobago Red Force led by an undefeated 133 by Amir Jangu, and useful knocks from Joshua Da Silva, 62, and Terence Hines, 55, not out, closed day 2 on 380 for 5, replying to the Leeward Islands Hurricanes 138. The Red Force lead by 242 runs with 5 wickets in hand. West Indies fast bowler O'Shane Thomas was the pick of the bowlers with 3 for 82, and Windward Islands Volcanoes made 286, and at the close, Guyana Harpy Eagles were 257 for 9, needing another 30 runs to avoid a first innings deficit. Scores, Windward's Volcanoes 286 and Guyana Harpy Eagles 257 for 9. And that's it for Morning News. Join us again at noon for more from our news and sports desk. I'm TK Dawkins. Sunrise continues after this.
This is Flow, Jamaica's fastest mobile network, as verified by Ookla. It's the result of a complete network rebuild, with more power backup to reduce outages and satellite backup for greater mobile stability. You can even make regular calls using Wi-Fi. Welcome to our new era of connectivity, and we're not stopping there. This is Flow, Jamaica's network.
Change does not happen overnight. It takes vision, commitment, and courage to reform.
So we created a number of executive agencies, which I believe, and I can say, having left this thing, was one of the most successful initiatives undertaken in the reform process.
But transformation isn't easy.
We found in several ministries, agencies, and departments, you had square pegs in round holes.
You could almost say that public sector transformation is not a JLP policy, it's not a PNP policy. It is national policy.
There was political willingness, there was bipartisan support for going through with the reforms, there was societal support, a lot of societal sacrifices. People of Jamaica made a lot of sacrifices. And businesses, the private sector, everybody was engaged in this journey.
We want to continue to reform the public sector, to allow the public sector to provide its services to the Jamaican people, provide services to the private sector. And the idea is that those services must be more accessible. Those services must be more affordable. Those services must be faster. They must be more personable and comfortable for the citizen.
Watch Building a Better Public Sector, a 4-part docuseries right here on CVM, commencing April 5 and aired every Sunday in April at 3 p.m. Brought to you by the Transformation Implementation Unit.
Tune in to Lead Story, weekdays at 6 p.m. Hosted by Jody Ann Quarry.
Brought to you by
Horizon, a new loan product from Access Financial Services.
Hi, I am Candy Pang.
What a guan? What a guan? That a guan, pa. What a guan? What a guan?
What a one! Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
That's a guan, pa. What a guan?
the internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVMTV.
So much more than entertainment.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
Welcome back to Sunrise. It's time for another Sunrise Freshers brought to you by Sunshine Snacks. I'm Jason Brown, your favorite morning game show host, and this morning it's a full stats takeover here on Sunrise Freshers as they celebrate 65 years of excellence. So let's check out how they'll bring the energy for match time. Good morning, good morning. Good morning. It's lovely to have you on the program this morning. A familiar face. Yes, it is so good to see you. So before we get into the game, let's do our introductions. Please just tell me your names.
My name is Fabian Wallace, head boy.
The head boy, lovely.
My name's Ethan Noble, I'm the deputy head boy.
Deputy head boy, all right. And on my right?
I'm Paula Daly Morris.
Yes.
Bernardo Cowens. Melanie Forrest George, President, Stats Northeast.
Oh, lovely, lovely. So are we ready to play this morning? Please test your buzzers. So let's see who. All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. All right, so let's start with Jamaican geography. What is the capital of St. Thomas?
Monday.
Is the mic for me, please?
Monday.
That is correct. What is the name of the town famous for bauxite mining in St. Anne?
Discovery Bay.
That is correct. Which Jamaican parish is known for the cockpit country?
Trelawney.
That is it, my boy. Which parish borders St. James and Hanover?
Westmoreland.
Yeah. Which mountain range runs through eastern Jamaica?
Blue Mountain.
All right. Yes, a little bit too slow over here. So Jamaican music. Which Jamaican artist is known for the song Live a Little? And go on, enjoy life. Every muckle make a mickle. We don't know? That's Diani. All right, so which Jamaican artist founded Tough Gong Studio?
Bob Marley.
Confident with that one. All right, which Jamaican artist is known for the hit song Happy Birthday, You're My Friend?
Busy signal.
Uh-huh. All right, Jamaican food. Name 2 ingredients used to make blue draws.
Potato and cassava.
That is correct. Cassava. Yeah, man, that's true. Yeah.
Cassava.
So which type of fish is commonly used in escovitch fish?
Carrot.
That is correct. Which fruit is commonly used to make Jamaican jelly?
Guava.
That is it. What's going on? They're winning. What meal is usually eaten on a Wednesday?
Stew, peas and rice.
With the what? With the what? With the what?
White rice. Pig stew.
That is it. The swine has to be in there. So what is the name of the spicy pickled vegetable mix often served with meals or on fish?
Escovitch. Esco.
What is the name of the fried snack made from salted codfish batter?
Fritters.
Or?
Stamp and go.
That is it. not the flitters. What is the name of the boiled dumpling commonly served in soup?
Spinners.
That is it. I don't know one day though. I don't get it. All right, so Jamaican arts and culture. Who was Jamaica's first prime minister?
Bustamante.
Sir Alexander
Oh,
Bustamante.
sorry.
That is correct. What is the name of Jamaica's national motto?
Out of many one people.
Good. What is the name of Jamaica's national bird?
The hummingbird.
That is correct. Which cultural event showcases the best ladies from their respective parishes competing nationally?
Miss Universe. Miss Jamaica.
Miss Jamaica.
Cultural event.
Festival Queen.
That is it. Good. So now Jamaican sport. And our final two questions this morning. What sport is played at the National Indoor Sports?
Netball.
All right, Dr. Got that one. And the last question this morning. What sport is associated with the Jamaica Talawas team?
Cricket. Bobsled.
It's cricket. That is it. It's cricket. All right, so clap yourself. Good job. And that's all the time we have this morning. Thank you for being here for the show. But can we have the scores, please? Or winners? Did you win? No, you did not. We have 14-5. Good job, and well played. That's all the time we have this morning. And thank you to all the persons who played at home and in studio. We kick things back to Mrs. Kitty and Uncle D, Dennis Brooks, after these messages. I will see you next Tuesday.
Okay.
Stay fresh.
Me and the stylist, no scam and not style me.
From the market to the farm to the office, money talk is everywhere. But are you making sense or nonsense? The Bank of Jamaica brings you common sense with BOJ. Real stories, real laughs, and real lessons to help you protect, grow, and manage your money. Mattress savings.
At least my mattress, no charge me to sleep on it.
Partner plan.
Remember last year we needed our payouts early? But Miss Pam gave it to her cousin first.
Or a sketchy loan flyer.
Electrifying deals.
See why making the right financial choices is pure common sense. Brought to you by Bank of Jamaica, empowering everyday Jamaicans one episode at a time.
Grandpa, it's 2026. You can't keep hiding all your money in every single pocket forever.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVMTV.
So much more than entertainment.
Scotiabank knows your first home is where you finally get to say, "This is me." It's where memories grow, inch by inch. It's where hosting creates income and where your home can become a business. Or where little Peter take their very first step into a future you've worked so hard to build. And we know how important it is to capture those special moments. At Scotiabank, our goal is to help you find a home for your first.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yeah.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
Employers, your hard contribution builds a stronger workforce and strengthens the economy. It's not just contribution, it's transformation. The time by heart is...
Tune in to Lead Story. Weekdays at 6 p.m. Hosted by Jody-Ann Quarry.
Brought to you by Horizon, a new loan product from Access Financial Services.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Oh, wow. Glad to have you back with us. Time is of the essence, but you know, every second of every minute of every hour, we give you lots and loads of excitement and edutainment, premium edutainment right here on Sunrise. Good morning to everybody still watching. And of course, I'm still waiting to hear in the chat which part of the chicken is the hip. Do you eat hip? Leo said back at his school, they used to order hip lunch.
And he used to come with that H on the box.
Yeah, H on the box.
I was saying not go so, but
indicative of hip, yeah.
I was saying not go so, but you are saying
people
it's a proper
say
thing.
Eat the hip, so I need to know where is the hip.
More know if like in a school canteen if them sell it still. Well, luckily we can.
Hip lunch still a sell?
Yeah.
I need to know. So make sure.
Or maybe it's a center thing. Maybe it's a country thing.
Let us know in the chat. Let me take good morning. Guess who's here in Jamaica?
Who's that?
Sandy Solid.
Sandy Solid is here. Big up Sandy.
Good morning.
Yeah.
And also Kevin Morrison is here as well. So big ups to Kevin and big ups to Sandy.
Nice.
Frederick is also here. And big ups to everybody from St. Catherine Northeast. Yes. I think that's Carencia's.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay.
Good
Morrison.
morning,
Yeah,
yes.
okay,
MP,
okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Member of Parliament, and she's also a minister as well. So,
She
good morning
St.
to
Diego
all
High
of you.
School. She taught there as well.
Very well.
Yeah.
Wonderful, bright lady, I got to tell you. Now, the freshest crew may have left, but guess what? St. Andrew Technical High School stats, the principal and vice principal, they're here to talk about their 65 years in education and the lives that they have helped to shape. Now, this segment celebrates the 65th anniversary of the St. Andrew Technical High School, a milestone marking decades of excellence, growth, and national impact. Here to tell us more about the week's celebration, the range of activities planned to honor the school's rich legacy and vibrant community, our principal, Dr. Worrell Hibbert, and vice principal, Rowan Lemond of St. Andrew Technical High. Stats. Oh, stats, sorry. Yes, stats. You know what? So I'm running two things in my brain, right? So stats is in St. Elizabeth and stats is in Kingston. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you? Very well. What's the
Thanks
motto
for
for stats?
Three creative and deliberate words: honor, diligence, service.
Love that.
Yes.
I was having a conversation with a young policeman yesterday. I believe he's a past head boy. And we were having a great conversation about high school. And he said, I went to stats, but it's now that I appreciate what they were trying to teach me at stats. And he said, I want to go back and talk to like some of the youth them to make them realize that they might get some education. Like we had a really good reasoning session. We were driving up and down doing some work. And it just goes to show that some of the times what you're doing in the school, the value of it doesn't resonate sometimes until some years later. I mean, so congratulations for the great work that you guys are doing.
School is really a preparation for life. And unfortunately, we're probably at a stage in our education now where people don't see school as preparation for life. They tend to see school as what's happening now. And we treat with the now. And sometimes we don't see the effect of that until those kids who are in the now become adults. And we wonder, how did it get there? That's because we really didn't prepare them. We almost gave them an illusion as to what life is. And we didn't actually prepare them. So I suppose part of the growth of school, and even at stats too, is really to prepare our students for that life experience to come.
Well, under your leadership, Dr. Hibbert, talk to me about some of the focus. What's the focus in terms of stats and the education? Because some people hear about stats, they've never been there, they don't really know. And they don't know. What is stats known for? And in terms of education, what is it that you offer at your institution?
Well, Mr. Lemon could probably speak more on the technical vocational side, but generally speaking, you know, our school is known now for our active participation in the Manning Cup.
Hello.
I know I can't be at CVM and not mention that. But also our school is known for our commitment and our resilience to prepare kids in technical vocational areas. the truth is, we're not one of those schools that wear our name across our foreheads. We're one of those schools whose students do so much in this country and globally. So we're one of those schools that our students, we expose them to the technical vocational areas, and they come into and grow into businesses. And we have many of our alums who are working in television studios in Jamaica. A lot of these cameramen and engineers and so on, and construction engineer. A lot of these guys, a lot of roads and bridges that were built as a result of our students of stats, and it really, we are known for that element of it, the idea that we expose our kids to technical education.
So Lemon, let's get into that, because stats came on the scene 65 years seems like a long time ago, but it's relatively recent when compared to other schools. But we were at a particular point in the education system where we were introducing the technical high schools. So you had the stats and the STETs and the other technical high schools that emerged on the scene. 65 years ago, that vision, how has the role of technical high schools changed, or the focus changed, or is it still the same as it was 65 years ago?
All right, so let me just go back to the history of stats, right?
Yeah.
Stats was established. First, you have the St. Andrew Trade Center, and then you have St. Andrew Technical High School. The main objective was to build the capacity of young men and women to meet the demands of the industrial belt. You know the industrial belt?
Yes, industrial terrace right there, yes.
From Kingston all the way to 3 miles.
strategy?
No,
Yes.
going to 6 miles now.
Probably ferry now.
Ferry now.
Ferry,
So that was the main objective, and that continues over the years. So even presently with our students, we would have introduced them to all these vocational subjects. You have the electrical, you have the construction, auto mechanics, foods, you have agriculture. As a matter of fact, let me add that at the most recent TVET Quality Awards function, we won 2 of the sectional prizes. One was the best TVET student, which was former Ed girl, Monique Olin. And we also won the category of best innovative project, where you actually see a need, so you must have a situation and you want to resolve that by introducing
solution,
STEM, right? So the STEM was one of the big things, the science, the technology, engineering, and the mathematics. So the students are exposed to all these. Let me also add that even our maintenance on campus during the summer, when we have a big maintenance program, it is actually teachers and the students. So we are equipping them not only with the academics. So one of the things about stats is that when you enter that institution, you do not only leave with the academic qualification, but also the technical and vocational. So what happens is that you are able to function anywhere in society. And as the principal would have mentioned, we would have produced a number of engineers, architects, different consultants. He mentioned in the field of entertainment as well, in all these technical areas that are around. When you look, you see a stats alumni there. So we are developing our students as the demands requires, right? So even on our curriculum, what we normally do is that we look and see what is it that is the new trends. Presently, we are big now in robotics and automation.
And AI,
come the next academic year, there's a lab that we want to equip with full automation, full robotics, full renewable energy. So that is where we are actually going.
All right. So one of the things that schools like KC do very well is they harness their story. They sell it to the student. So they teach them the history, the greatness of the school. I have a good brethren who teaches maths at Queen's, Hubert Smith, who always talk about when he was at stats and when he was at stats, and the one great principal we used to have, Isaac Henry. Sir Isaac Henry. And he used to talk about Sir Isaac Henry. And it could be like a Jesus you talk about, right? How are you now, all of what you've just said, harnessing the story, giving it to the students of this generation through this 65th anniversary celebration?
I think we started that aspect of it maybe about a year or two ago in summer with new students. And one of the things that we have found is that it's very important for kids to know the history of the schools that they get into, and kind of know the success of the school that they're getting into.
Shoulders on which they are standing,
So even as part of our dialogue and our celebration this week, the idea is that we have almost created a mentorship sort of a thing where we ask our past students who have done well.
You must have to
say, listen, come and share with these kids. These kids, you see, the geographical location of Stats is as such that we are surrounded by several communities. So you could say that we're close to Greenwich Town, we're close to Rosetown, Maxwell Avenue, Tivoli Gardens, all of West Kingston, Arnett Gardens, Walton Park, 2 Mile, 3 Mile. So we are really surrounded by some of the toughest neighborhoods in Kingston and St. Andrew. And I think the vision of the founders to kind of merge technical vocational education was really to say to these kids that are coming from these communities, you need to have a particular skill set to lift yourself out of those communities. So but yet still we're not in any one of those communities fixed. We're almost what we call in the desert. And we refer to ourselves as the oasis in the desert. Because we really speak to getting those kids coming from those communities and really equipping them with a particular skill to, to lift themselves and lift them communities.
The students from Bumper Hall, I think.
Yeah, man, and it's all over because, it's just part of the thrust in education. And of course, we can't fault ourselves to do well in football ever so often. We just need to jump over that last hurdle.
And jump and keep it jumping. Tell me all about Principal, the weeks of celebration. What are the week of activities that you have planned, and how can your alums who are watching this morning, and even just people who support from afar, just rate Stats and love Stats and want to contribute?
Well, yesterday we started with the mentorship. We started on Sunday, actually. Church service on Sunday. Right. And then yesterday we had a mentorship. Past students came in, and today we're going to be doing that again. Past students coming in, talking to the students, sharing stories. We have the minister who's coming to see us today as well.
Please snap that picture there on your screen. Yes, sir.
The Minister of Education is coming today to see us as well.
Nice.
And then we're going to the Governor General today as well. And then we have a Golden Age Home visit.
Outreach,
Golden Age Home. Tomorrow we have full school with all the students. So tomorrow is kind of break day for the students where we recuperate. And then of course on Thursday we do
health fair
and open day. And so Thursday is big for us because technical vocational school, all of the works of the students will be on display. So all the welders, the construction, the auto mechanic, the plumbing students, electrical students, the cooking students, the agriculture students, all those work will be on display on Thursday as well as a health fair.
So the health fair is giving back to the community as well.
Nice.
So as Sir have mentioned that we are going to the Denham Town
Golden Age
Home as a means of giving back, and then health fair also is giving back to the community.
It's a big banquet, you say?
Yeah, so the banquet is on Saturday. There's boat ride on Friday evening.
Hey, let's drink to the hardworking people.
That's our meet and greet tomorrow afternoon as well.
Yeah, we have a meet and greet.
That aspect is important, the networking.
Right.
So the past students need to feel that there's value in the community and networking and staying together pumping more.
So just before we come and set, that was something that we were discussing, right? That tomorrow afternoon, that is a big meeting for us.
Yes.
That as we want to get all the alumni now.
So where can they get the tickets to buy?
Well, the meet is legal, that is free of cost.
Yeah, the meet and greet is free.
For the banquet.
Oh, the banquet at school. At school, they can contact the school, and we have tickets here at the school, as well as we will have tickets at the door on Saturday as well.
Nice.
But we have tickets at the school, and they can always come pick up tickets at the school.
That's people. Roll out.
Love it.
Definitely.
Support.
Yeah,
if you love Stats and you're real for them, money come support. You know what I mean? But by the way, sir, can I just ask quickly, because of all the technical faculties that you listed earlier, the world has shifted, right? And some of us, we never really liked certain things back then, but we realize it now. I don't know if Stats can probably have like an adult technical program where could have come to a course Dennis don't start and say I want to do agriculture now, Mr. Lemon, understand? We can enroll, maybe look at technical, electrical, look at plumbing for some adults, you know what I mean?
Mechanical engineering.
Yeah, the black mature students.
Yeah, it's actually something that we used to do.
Starts evening.
No, we have one of the biggest evening program. Somewhere down the line we kind of
well, maybe we can kind of.
So the objective now is to get it up back and going, because as you have mentioned, a number of persons have been asking.
Yeah, because sir, the world has shifted.
They really want to
come and learn and as Sir would have mentioned earlier too, because we're on the industrial belt, and really the only technical high school on the industrial belt. So I think right now the discussion with the ministry is how can we be more relevant on the industrial belt. If separate want some engineers 5 years from now, if they want some underground welders, underwater welders, we can partner with them to get. So I think that's the discussion that needs to happen, our relevance on that industrial belt.
Right. We could also mention
if you love stats, do the maths. I'm going to sign up. Once we hear Mr. Lemon call or Dr. Saber, hello, I'm signing up because I want to do agricultural science. I got to tell you.
That's right. All right, folks. Our guests have been Dr. Worrell Hibbert and Rohan Lemon of St. Andrew Technical High School, the famous stats in the building. There's more Sunrise when we return.
All right.
Mad.
Is the Aedes aegypti mosquito that spreads the Zika, chikungunya, and dengue viruses. Search for its breeding sites and destroy them.
A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
The time by the Ministry of Health and Wellness is 7:45.
Super Center, everything for your home and more.
Bring back the fun of shopping. Discover the best finds in every aisle of amazing items. For your kitchen, your living room, your bedroom, or any room, Azan Super Center has that perfect touch to elevate your space to the next level. Our team is ready to help you find what you are looking for you or someone else. So stop by our Crossroads store today and rediscover the fun of shopping.
Azan Super Center, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
Hi, I am Kendi Pang.
Watagwan.
Watagwan.
Datagwan.
Watagwan. Watagwan. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVMTV.
Datagwan pa Watagwan.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVMTV.
So much more than entertainment.
Tune in to Lead Story. Weekdays at 6 p.m. Hosted by Jodianne Quarry.
Brought to you by Horizon, a new loan product from Access Financial Services.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's a live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yeah. Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
Change does not happen overnight. It takes vision, commitment, and courage to reform.
So we created a number of executive agencies, which I believe, and I can say, having left this thing, was one of the most successful initiatives undertaken in the reform process.
But transformation isn't easy.
We found in several ministries, agencies, and departments, you had square pegs in round holes.
You could almost say that public sector transformation is not a JLP policy. It's not a PNP policy. It is national policy.
There was political willingness, there was bipartisan support for going through with the reforms, there was societal support, a lot of societal sacrifices. People of Jamaica made a lot of sacrifices. And businesses, the private sector, everybody was engaged in this journey.
We want to continue to reform the public sector
to allow the public sector to provide its services to the Jamaican people, provide services to the private sector. And the idea is that those services must be more accessible. Those services must be more affordable. Those services must be faster. They must be more personable and comfortable for the citizen.
Watch Building a Better Public Sector, a 4-part docuseries right here on CVM, commencing April 5 and aired every Sunday in April at 3 p.m. Brought to you by the Transformation Implementation Unit.
I'm me, the style is no scam and style me.
From the market to the farm to the office, money talk is everywhere. But are you making sense or nonsense? The Bank of Jamaica brings you common sense with BOJ. Real stories, real laughs, and real lessons to help you protect, grow, and manage your money. Mattress savings.
At least my mattress. You charge me to sleep on it.
Partner plan.
Remember last year we needed our payouts early? But Miss Pam gave it to her cousin first.
Or a sketchy loan flyer.
Electrifying deals.
See why making the right financial choices is pure common sense. Brought to you by Bank of Jamaica, empowering everyday Jamaicans one episode at a time.
Grandpa, it's 2026. You can't keep hiding all your money in every single pocket forever.
Sunrise Massive, good morning to you. Thanks for coming along for the ride. If you're just joining us, thank you very much for being with us. Well, are you ready for this conversation? I know I am. I love a good story. Every one of us has a story. We don't all have the same story, but everyone has a story that needs to be told. And we're shining light this morning on Giving Hope. It's a powerful biopic that follows the life and journey of Dr. Nicola Mitchell from overcoming personal adversity to building a national movement that has empowered over 50,000 girls. It was originally premiering on Lifetime Movie Network. Let's welcome the woman behind it all, the executive producer at Lifetime Movie Network, Nicola Mitchell. Good morning.
Good morning, Nicola.
Good morning. How are you today?
We're doing very well, thank you. And yourself?
Well. How are you?
How are you?
I am so good. I'm blessed and highly favored today.
Wonderful.
Awesome. What's it like being the executive producer at Lifetime? Everybody, everybody who watches Lifetime Movie Network. And as men, hold on, no. As men, we have to sometimes sit down and, okay, let's watch some Lifetime.
Lifetime, gotta watch it.
Yeah, we're putting in the works. But what's it like being in that position?
So Lifetime approached me, a production company of Lifetime's approached me and asked me, can they make a movie about my life 4 years ago? And I was just flabbergasted because I was a writer and, that's a dream to be a filmmaker, a producer, a director. But I just wasn't ready to share my story. I write fictional work. So I was like, you want to make a story about me? But as a writer, I pitched myself, I want to be an executive producer. At that moment, I didn't really know how much power that possessed. And only thing they could do is say no, right? And they told me yes, and they've said yes to everything I asked for. So it has been an amazing experience. I didn't understand the power until it was time to film and things like that, because there were things that were not negotiable. Like I wanted an African-American director. I wanted Tatiana to wear braids in the movie. There were just certain things that if I was an executive producer probably wouldn't have happened. So it's a beautiful thing. Yes, sir.
Let me ask you then, because in journalism, sometimes we say you don't want to be the story. You just want to tell the story. Then all of a sudden, you're the story. What was that like, letting yourself become the story? Was that vulnerable and fragile? Tell us about that.
So with my organization, Girls Who Brunch, I talk about my story, but in a small setting, right? It's usually 200, 500. I guess that's a large setting, but that's still not worldwide, right? And it's easier when you're controlling the conversation. But with this social media world right now and people judging and things in like 2 seconds, I was scared of what others would think of me once I shared everything that happened to me. And it took a lot. It took a lot of wine. Me and myself and the writer would sit on the phone on Zoom on a Sunday and just tell the story. And, you know, I love the way he responded. He never judged. So he made it easier. And then by the time we got to filming, the producer and there's all the producers from mine, but also the director, Alpha Nikki, she ensured that she put so much care and so much vulnerability in the story that she's shown. So it was a beautiful experience.
Well, you're there at Lifetime now as executive producer, but you have roots here in Jamaica. So talk to me about how your roots here in Jamaica, how those roots have helped to shape who you are now, and of course, giving you hope to tell your story. And just give us a brief synopsis of what Giving Hope is all about.
So I was born in Guys Hill, and I moved to Kingston when I was a baby. And one phrase my sister and my grandmother always say is, turn your hand to make fashion, right? And that's what I've always done.
What they know about that on Lifetime? What they know?
And, you know, I always, you know, knew I had power within myself. I just didn't know what it was going to extend to, but I always knew that my voice and my worth was power. So the story of Giving Hope is about my journey as a writer. I met this group of girls in South Carolina, and the things that they were not exposed to was what you would have thought from girls in the country of Jamaica, right? Like in Bush area, not in modern day United States, they weren't exposed to. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna come back to this area, do this event, put it on. I didn't know what I was doing. It was just in my heart to do it. And it just told the story of the journey of it. You know, it was 90 minutes, so we couldn't tell everything, but there was a lot of stuff. You know, it was a battle within my writing career and my family and, you know, my team, you know, doing something with no money, trying to make it happen. And then I ended up becoming sick as well. So there's a lot of trials and tribulations that happen. And I really just wanted people to experience the hope and know that if you pray about it and God give you the vision to do it, it's going to work out no matter what, you know, obstacles may be thrown at you. And, you know, again, my Jamaican roots, I believe, is the mastermind behind that, because we are one people that make so much magic happen, right? We are beautiful people. And I always, you know, I stand on that. I'm like, I'm Dr. Nicola Mitchell, but I'm a Jamaican immigrant. You know, and especially now in this current climate, I speak at a lot of schools, and I say, once I say I'm an immigrant, these babies line up for autographs at the end. And it's beautiful to see, because it's them, they're able to see somebody like me can do this too, and that's just what I want to do.
Representation, and that there, Dr. Mitchell, is so important, because representation is important, so that children can see that it's not where you, I know where you come from, but where you go, and to see that they can become you. In terms of takeaways from Giving Hope, Nicola, what do you want people to, when they watch the movie, what do you want them to take away? What strength